Castlevania Order of Ecclesia by Lonely. Take it away, guys.
Alright, what's up everyone? I'm Lonely, you can also call me Brooke. With me I got Shasta.
Hello, I'm Shasta. I like this game a lot.
Yeah, today we're going to do Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. Ecclesia, however you want to pronounce it. It's Latin, there's no real pronunciation. Today I'm going to be doing the glitchless category. Actually, I'm going to use the mouse for this to be faster. Alright, and we're ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty, so Order of Ecclesia, my favorite Castlevania game. This game got a lot of really game-breaking glitches found this year that made the world record go from about 50 minutes to about 25, so about a half, cut in half. This one's not going to use any of the glitches, so it'll be basically just a straight playthrough of the game. Starting off, we have a nice little tutorial where you get to learn how to use glyphs. Glyphs are basically your weapons in this game. They use stamina, which is that green bar at the top. And here you're going to see me do the main form of movement for the first bit of this one, which is backdash canceling. Here I'm doing it with Confidoria, which is the rapier glyph. It's a little slower than options we're going to have available to us later, but it is still faster than walking. And we're going into our first area, the monastery. This game is a Metroidvania, but for the first bit, it's broken up into like little levels, which makes it really unique.
Hey, we're at VGM Con here, and if you like VGM music in general, then like you will love this game especially. It's got one of my favorite soundtracks probably. It's really good.
So I'm gonna go over to the right here and open up this warp to cut down on backtracking later. So one really important thing in this game is damage boosting. Anti-venom, that's fine. Damage boosting is really important because it lets us go through enemies. One very important thing to note about damage boosting is you get way more invincibility frames if you take damage in the air. So you're going to try and see me do that as much as possible. And here we get Magnes, which is a glyph that allows us to attach to magnets like this. But the main thing I'm going to be using it for in this run is backdash canceling. It lets me dash way faster. I actually dash with a modified control scheme that lets me Magnes dash faster. If you're wondering, I swap L and R and X and what button would it be? B? No. Y. Yeah. L and R and X and Y are swapped. I'm also opening these chests. Normally in a PB attempt I wouldn't open these out of the way ones, but I would really like a magical ticket item. If I get a magical ticket in the first half, I can save about 20 minutes. 20 seconds in the late game. Yeah, it saves 20 minutes to get a magical ticket.
Imagine.
Truth new. The screen chest is actually not what I wanted to see. The T recovers a few hearts, not really useful for my purposes. If I were just doing an 90% run, that would actually be very useful. Yeah, it's about, I believe, 25% to get a magical ticket in Monastery. I'll have more chances to get one later. But I'm saving because we're coming up on our first boss here, which is going to be the Artho Verzabug. And I'm going to be using my Rapier Glyph Unions. Glyph Unions are special attacks that use hearts, and they're more powerful. For the Rapier, it's a 4-hit. It's a 4-hit attack that does 17 each, as opposed to the regular 6 that each Rapier hit does.
Let's be careful to preserve stamina as well too at the top left. There's a green bar there. Make sure you get enough hits to destroy the boss quickly, and Dre will be able to move around quickly too.
Yeah, I need to have enough stamina to use Magnes to latch onto the magnets if he does this rolling attack. Which I ideally do not want to see. He's guaranteed to use it at the beginning, but then after that, he uses it randomly. Small optimization here. I'm going to slide into this cutscene. Makes it a little faster. It's a new thing I found recently. And because I opened that warp earlier, I can just warp back to the beginning of Monastery and cut back on a lot of backtracking. So you're going to see me Magnes dash a lot. It's like the main thing in this run. But it does cost SP, whoa, Persona Brain, MP. So sometimes what you'll see me do is crouch cancel, where I hold down to cancel a crouch. And so, because this is a glitchless run, I do have to free all the villagers.
There's 12 of them in total in this case, and you're scattered throughout all the levels in the game.
Yeah, you cannot get the true ending unless you rescue all the villagers.
And you want to see a true ending, trust me.
Yeah. It's also
really
just
good.
like not beating the game unless you get the true ending.
Yeah.
That's not like an elitist thing. You literally get a game over screen in this game if you don't get the true ending. There I picked up Messier, which is a hammer glyph. Lots of weapons in this game have unique weapon types. Hammer has the strike attribute, which skeletons in general are pretty weak to. So another chance to get a magical ticket here. Nice, there we go.
Magical ticket in this case warps us back to the
Yeah.
beginning town there.
Thank you.
Yep.
I also got a meat from that chest, which is basically the second best thing I can get. Meats recover a little bit of HP, and HP recovery is very limited in this game. You cannot buy potions in the shop without doing a quest in this game, which obviously takes a lot of time. So I'm not going to be doing that in this run. There are beginner routes that do the quest to unlock potions, but I'm a pro, so you know.
You're built different.
Yeah. Or something like that.
Yeah. No, one of the cool mechanics of the game is, like I mentioned earlier, the glyphs. Every single enemy in the game has a glyph you can get, as far as I'm aware. At least, like,
most of them.
do.
Not,
Yeah.
A good amount.
Good amount too, and like they're very useful and very fun casually. But we get a few of them in the run here.
Yeah.
Like just the routes.
These mermen can drop meat as well. It's pretty rare, I wouldn't expect it, but I'm going to try and kill them in a way so that if they do drop meat, I'll grab it. And another villager here. This guy's the shopkeeper, I believe. So, now I can visit the shop. I won't be doing that for a while, though, because I need money. Relatable.
Also gives you a free magic ticket as well.
Yeah,
nice.
we get a free magical ticket there. Ooh, nice meat drop.
Ooh.
That's actually very rare. I think it's like 1%. So that
Oh,
was
no
cool.
kidding.
Yeah. Just going through the rest of the Calidus channel here. We're going to be going to the next area here, which is the Monera Prison Island. A lot of area locations in this game, and just things in general, are in Latin. So there's a lot of debate over the pronunciation, like I kind of alluded to earlier. And here I equipped the Messier, which is the hammer. And we have our second boss, which is going to be the giant skeleton. I'm going to go for a manip on him. Hold on. Basically, when you're above him, he will always move backwards. So you can lock him into the corner by just going above him at a certain point. Now I need to wait for my stamina. There we go.
Very well done.
So the prison island level itself can be very dangerous because of these floating head enemies. They do about 40 damage, which is a lot of my HP at this point.
Yeah, they also spawn whenever get hit by the spotlights. So
Yeah.
like,
It's not really worth it to try and dodge the spotlight, because if you spawn them in, you can just abuse iframes to get through them.
absolutely.
There's a lot of quest items in this game, like that sage I got is completely useless for our purposes, because I'm not going to be doing any quests in this run. I have thought about like an all quest run before, but maybe in like 2028 or something.
Sounds like it'd be pretty fun, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of potential in this game. Picked up an HP max up there to refill and max my HP.
It's also more reason to play this game too, because this game is freaking awesome.
Yes, definitely. And here we are going to pick up our first piece of Dominus. Dominus is like the soul of Dracula or something.
Yeah, that's
I don't
correct.
know.
It's like it's one of the tools used to defeat Dracula, essentially.
Yeah. So what the Dominus glyphs actually do in practice is they are super powerful attacks, but because they are like Dracula sealing tools, they will deal damage to us whenever we use them. And that leads to some super cool strategies later where we have to purposefully damage ourselves to do powerful attacks. If you need here to take care of those guys.
Plot-wise, all three Dominus glyphs were used to, or at the very beginning of the game, to try and essentially use Shanoa, our protagonist here, as like a sacrifice. But Albus, first minute, second go, actually, stops it from happening. Now I'm kind of chasing him down because he's like capture all the villagers and he's doing like experiments on them. So that's what's going on currently, at least.
Another magical ticket. That's really good.
Very nice.
It's gonna let me buy more. I technically only need one, but getting two will allow me to buy more meats later, which is really nice for safety. Coming up is going to be something difficult. There's a late game enemy here called the Tin Can Man. It's actually not his name, but that's what I call him. And by using 2 Glyph Unions and 8 Hammer Strikes, I can kill him. That's very dangerous. The demons can get in your way and just absolutely destroy you. Not to mention the fact that the Tin Man himself can deal a lot of damage.
I do not like that in me personally.
But for doing that, I get the Strength Ring, which is a really powerful ring for this point in the game that increases my strength by a lot. And at the end of the Prison Island there, I got the Glyph Sleeve, which is going to let me switch between 3 different sets of glyphs. Very useful for speeding things up. I'm actually going to take advantage of that right away and set up a Dominus Glyph Sleeve slot. And equip the Strength Ring. And here's the crab fight. Now, if you are naive, you may think that the crab is an auto-scroller, but it's actually, you can speed it up, and it's one of the hardest strats in the run. So I am going to be going for a fast crab here, but it is pretty tricky to focus. Alright, that's part 1. So basically, the crab has an attack he'll do, but if you can deal enough damage to him, he will skip that attack and go immediately into his red phase. The first phase skip is actually the hardest, so I'm glad I got it.
Nice.
Here I need to go for a triple Dominus hit. These green lasers are Dominus Hatred, by the way. Triple, and a double here. And I need to do 5 hammer hits here. Got it. And this last part looks super scary, but if I do it right, it should be completely safe. Okay. If that hit me, I would have died. So,
Yeah.
very scary. But that's fast crab. Really difficult strategy. I'm glad I got that.
Very nice.
And now I just need to go up to the top. I could still choke this technically. I have definitely done it more than once, but we can just tell the crab to go to hell and crush him with an elevator. Whoa.
Kablam!
And if you beat a boss without getting hit, you get a medal. They don't do anything, it's just bragging rights.
Oh, I was wondering about that.
Small thing, I'm grabbing these important key items kind of in the yellow chest. And if you leave right when you grab them, you can skip the text pop up from grabbing them. So here we have a water level. This one's Calidus channel. At the end of that boss fight, I got the ability to go underwater, which is why we can go here now. So I'm just going to be going through a few levels. Reminder that we are, last I checked, I obviously haven't checked since we started playing, but we're about $100 away from that glitch exhibition. Trust me, you definitely want to see it.
You don't want to see that.
So definitely get your donations in for that. And host, if you have anything for us, now would be an excellent time.
Yeah, I totally do. From Can Heart, they say, so excited to be here in person this year. Love y'all. We love you too. Thanks for coming through and hanging out with us this weekend.
Yeah, definitely. This is my first time doing a run at Midwest Speedfest. I came in 2023. I was supposed to run Mother 3. Unfortunately, I got sick. So it's really great to be here doing a run. If you have anything else, you can keep going.
Yeah, and just like Lily had mentioned, yes, get those donations in. Exclamation donate in chat to get the link, or donate.MidwestSpeedfest to do so. We're right now sitting at about $85 away
Nice.
from getting that glitch exhibition. My apologies.
Yeah, it can definitely be confusing. It's a glitchless run, but it's a glitch exhibition. I've definitely made that mistake before. So in the Calidus channel, I picked up Scudum, which is a shield glyph. When I hold that up, it will protect me from above, and it will also increase my defense stats. So I'm going to be using that a good bit throughout the run to take damage boosts and not take as much damage. And the Scudum shield glyph union is really good. It grants me about a second of full invincibility.
That song's so dope.
Yeah, definitely. This HP is a little scary, but surely everything will be fine. Here, I take a slight detour to grab the Empress Ring. Empress Ring is another trade-off item. It decreases my defense.
Uh-oh.
I got a bonus anti-venom earlier, so it's fine. As long as I don't get super trolled by the skeletons, 74 should be fine. I also saved in Calidus channel, so not the biggest deal,
These skeletons fly from like directly off the side of the screen, so they can be really annoying.
And they are completely random, you have to react.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I chugged an energy drink before this run, so, you know, my reaction times are on point. Not actually, but, you know.
They're enhanced a little bit.
Yeah. Misty Forest Road. Another area we just have to go through. No. Or actually, I am going to pick up an item here. I'm going to pick up the Vol Monsieur. Vol items are basically upgraded versions of every glyph. So Vol Monsieur is just a more powerful hammer. There's also Melio items, which are like this third tier. I'm not going to pick up any of those this run, though. There's just none that are really convenient enough. And honestly, the Vol variants are generally good enough to get us through what we need to. I'm trolling on this menu. And equip the Empress Ring I picked up in Timber Mountain. Here I'm going to use the Shield Glyph Union, or not Glyph Union, just the Glyph, for the first time to take less damage from that guy. If you hold up 2 shield glyphs, you actually do take less damage. And believe it or not, that actually is a recent discovery. We actually didn't know that for many years. At least in the speedrun community. There's probably like some guy out there who knows that, but not us. Next area, Skeleton Cave, is one of the most dangerous areas basically in the whole run, but especially early game. There's going to be these T-Rex enemies that do a ton of damage. And I basically have no choice but to boost through them.
One of my favorite things in this area is these skeletons just move to the beat of the music. I love them personally. But also music's really good too, of course. But I'm going to say that a lot, I'm sorry, but yeah. This is a very hard area though, like Brooke said, because just like, there's so many enemies that can destroy you and do so much damage to you. And of course, very tight quarters a bit to navigate through as well.
I might need a potion here. I did get 2 extra potions from a villager. So I have 3. I would like to save them for late game, but if I can't, it is not the biggest deal in the world. Okay, yeah, it's 72. I'm likely going to need the potion unless I get good RNG. So this hallway is really scary. Okay, we should be good.
Nice,
cool.
Nice.
And now we have the Man-Eater boss fight. This boss fight should be pretty quick. A few Glyph Unions, a few Dominuses, and we'll be taken down. Oh, I got the Glyph glitch. Union glitch. Basically, sometimes when you use Glyph Unions, they just magically disappear. So I lost some damage on that.
Nice, nice.
And at the end of Skeleton Cave, there's both a villager and the Ordinary Rock. I think an Ordinary Rock wouldn't do anything, but it does in fact allow us to double jump.
Thank you.
Lonely, if you're okay with me interrupting for just a brief
Yeah,
moment,
go for it.
I hope you're not doing anything immediately after this run, because the exhibition has been greenlit. We are doing that,
Nice.
so we have hit that goal now.
Awesome. Here, I'm going to revisit Timeo Mountains to pick up a villager. But other than that, yeah, if you have anything for us, perhaps a donation that let us get to that incentive.
Yeah, it's quite the story. From Sexprax one started the blaze of incentives. I can see the trail for the incentive. Let's blaze it for $10 donations. Thank you so much for that.
Awesome, thank you so much.
And then from Stymaster, hello from the audience. I can see the Glitz exhibition. Hey,
Hi.
we're already there.
We may, depending on time, actually come back here during the Glitch exhibition. Foreshadowing. Whoa.
And then another one's here. Kuribon, love this run in game. Good luck, Lonely. Let's see that glitch showcase. Well, we already caught it. We already hit that there.
Thanks, Kurbon. Kurbon is another really good runner of this game. They actually have a 50 in this category, which is sick. It's a really good time. I just invented a new strat just now called damage boosting through that octopus. I was supposed to use Dominus, but that's swag too, I guess.
I'd say so.
That actually might have been faster, so I might look into that.
And then real quick, I don't want to exclude them. Marquise Dan, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Let's see that Glitz exhibition with a $50 donation, bringing us almost to $500 just for the start. Right, good job, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Let's go.
Yeah,
We're 5 away from 500. I think we can hit that pretty soon.
yeah, definitely. So here's the first and only shop visit of the run. I'm going to stock up on magical tickets because they're just really helpful. Buy some meats, and I'm going to buy the battle boots. Battle boots boost my attack. Going to be really useful for the next actually, for the rest of the game, they're going to be my boots.
Oh, this song.
Yeah.
The intro of this song is...
We have Somnus Reef, the second water area. Normally I would complain about there being 2 water areas, but because of the music, I'll let it slide. Here I'm going to use this Shield Union to get through those starfish. Again. And then Dominus this one. And this is probably really well hidden villager.
I think it's one of the last ones I found casually. If not the last one. Other than the one by the ice waterfall we've seen a little bit.
And then one more Shield Glyph Union to get through these starfish. And conveniently there is a heart max up right here, so I get back all the hearts I used on those unions. There is a heart fountain in town. You may have seen me use that, but it is sometimes faster to just refill on the chests you find. I also need a certain amount of hearts by the end of the game to do a quick kill on the final boss, if the final boss is. So this is Rosalka, a deceptively difficult boss, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Her animations for her different attacks look extremely similar to each other, so it can be difficult to tell. For example, that hair whip and this water wave attack look extremely similar for the first couple frames, so it can be very difficult like that to discern when she's going to do which one.
Just
Yes.
a lot of damage too, especially if you get any of them.
Oops. Uh-oh. Another stamina. There we go.
Nice. Didn't see a single Maelstrom either.
Yeah, that's actually very rare. She has an attack called Maelstrom where you're supposed to go under those pillars she summons. It's actually very rare to get a Maelstromless fight.
Yeah, waste a little bit of time, but also like I like the attack because her voice line more than anything else.
Yeah.
It's very eccentric. I love it.
HP max up here. Because of a certain glyph I need later, I also need a certain amount of HP to get through the game. So I will be picking up some HP max ups along the way. And then just Dominus and Starfish to get through them. Another villager here. This kid's voice line is gold, so I'm gonna let it play. Oh, never mind, I'm trolling. Never mind. Okay, there's a way you can skip the cutscene and still have the voice line play, but I messed it up. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. What's he supposed to say?
He says thank you, but it's in like a really funny voice.
Okay.
So, quick trip back to Prison Island to get a villager. This villager is also guarding something very important, which is the Tower Ring. Tower Ring, one of the most important rings we're going to get in this run. It allows us to take small amounts of damage without getting knocked back. And that's going to be really useful basically right away.
And of course, obviously, a tower ring found very top of a tower. It's supposed to be based off tarot cards, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
They had to put that little pun there, I guess.
Now into the Giant's Dwelling. These ectoplasms, if I make contact with them, will deal Curse to me. Curse drains your stamina, which is really bad because it basically removes my ability to Magnus dash. So I want to avoid that at all costs. These, I don't know what they're called, the floating doll enemies will also deal Curse to me, so I want to avoid getting hit by them. But you can see that I took damage from those zombies and I didn't get knocked back at all because of the Tower Ring, so really useful item. And here I pick up Bull Sakare. We didn't get the regular Sakare, but it's a sword glyph. Swords have slash attribute, which some enemy types are weak to, including the next boss. So very useful to pick it up here. And this is the RNG room. These guys just move around super erratically. That was actually a really good pattern.
Very nice.
The dash through. And coming up is Goliath, probably the hardest boss to do well. I re-equipped the Empress Ring for bosses because of the increased attack. So basically the way it's going to be is Tower Ring for levels, Empress Ring for bosses is the way you can think about it. But yeah, I'm going to kind of lock in here. Because this fight, he deals a ton of damage, and I need to do a bunch of damage to him.
Yeah, his hitboxes are very massive, especially too. There's one attack in particular, it's this one right here, that has a very large lingering hitbox that, of course, the shockwave too, that does just so much. And then massive hitbox too when he hits the ground with his fist, so hard to avoid sometimes. That's a pretty cool 3D effect, at least.
Yeah, new trick here where you can duck under his command grab. That's a newer development in this game.
That's the attack where he tricks you. Usually, you like go near him to do damage, then he's like, it's a quick like unreactable fist.
No-hit
Very
Goliath
nice.
is really nice. That was actually a really good fight.
Kinda killing it right now.
Yeah. And here we get the second piece of Dominus, Dominus Anger. If you've ever played a Castlevania game before, you probably know about Dracula's meatball attack. That's what Dominus Anger is. I'll use it in a second if you have no clue what I'm talking about.
I've forgotten, honestly.
Yeah.
But now I'm curious about the meatball attack.
I'll use it on the next boss.
Alright.
I also want to pick the Tower Ring, actually, so I can go through the spider.
We're gonna get one more villager right over here in a second,
Yep,
too.
it's going to be our last villager.
Yeah.
And we need to defrost this ice waterfall by grabbing the Gold Grando glyph, which is ice. Sometimes the waterfall will just suck you down, and you can't get that heart max up. It's really a bummer. But here we get our last villager. I'm gonna actually double check. Yeah, that's all of them.
All is the importance of the villagers is that they actually descendants of the Belmont clan. So and like Albus new experience on them because they want to find a way to defeat Dracula without like the Dominus glyphs, which would kill Shinoa. So yeah. We'll get revealed that in, like plot-wise in the game pretty soon, but that's how it is.
Just going through this level, I'm going to pick up a glyph called Volhasta, which is the powered up lance glyph. Other than that, not much to report. So if you have anything for us, host, now would also be a good time.
Well, no new donations as of yet, but we are sitting at $495 raised so far. So great job for everyone. If we can just get like 5 more to like make it an even 500, that'd be a cool little thing to do.
That'd be fantastic, honestly. If anyone in the crowd wants to donate, by the way, on the banner outside there's a QR code with a donation link. If everyone's easy, like place to donate and stuff and help out the marathon.
Yeah, definitely. Or exclamation point donate in chat to get the link in there for you if you need it.
P-Fund, definitely a worthy cause.
Mm-hmm.
So coming up is going to be Grave Dorcas, which is a great name for an enemy, but it's
It really is.
it's a fish type enemy. I'm going to do a track called Angerfish, which is where you use Dominus Anger on the fish. Dominus Anger being the meatball attack that is so anticipated, apparently. I'm going to use it right at the start, so... Ideally, I'll do it in such a way that it hits him twice.
Oh, that one, yeah. Produce a meatball.
This is probably the most RNG heavy boss in the game. He has a lot of... He can go into the center at any time. I don't want him to go into the center quite yet. Okay, now he's fine. There we go. Not
Nice,
bad.
nice.
I don't want to touch these birds because they'll do damage. He has an attack called the long attack, which is obviously not good. And he'll use the long attack even if you kill him. He has to finish it before his death animation plays. So if you definitely want to kill him before the long attack happens. Dashing through all these enemies. And here's the final glyph, but Albus comes and steals it. That's what happens in that cutscene. Parts. And we have to go tell our master Barlow what happened, basically. And then magic out. Heal. The nice thing about the Dominus collection, which is the new collection they released last year, is well, first off, it's just on PC, which is great. You know, playing on the DS definitely has its charm. I'm a huge fan of it, as I'm sure you are too. But it is very nice to have your speed game on PC.
Agreed, agreed. Very convenient to say the
What was I
least.
going to say? On PC... Oh yeah, saving is really quick. They sped up saving. It's basically instant compared to DS. On DS it took not a couple seconds, but like a second to save. Compared to Dominus Collection, where it's basically instant. Just making our way through the swamp. Can I get the swamp in chat? I actually can't see chat, so I'm just gonna trust that you all did it.
We'll check after the fact.
Yeah. Surely
It'll
someone
be on the
did it.
test.
It'll be on the test, yeah. So here's Mystery Manor, final like linear area of the game.
Get Flea Min here. Famous Castlevania to me, honestly.
Yeah. Thankfully, there aren't too many of them in this game because they're really annoying RNG.
Agreed.
But coming up is going to be the Albus fight. Maybe the hardest fight in the run, at least hardest fight that isn't a quick kill. We're going to use Volhasta on him, as well as Dominus Anger.
Very sick fight, especially like vibes-wise.
Sick fight, and I forgot to equip a little sketchy. But
This game also has an Albus mode where you play as him, and like basically up until this point in the game, and it's really fun. Wait, actually no, you go through the whole game. I'm silly, but yeah, it's like the I guess the like new game plus sort of like broken character mode, which is really fun always. All the moves he does here, you can also do yourself in that mode. Including that broken kick right there.
no hit Albus too.
Nice.
Alright, so we get the final piece of Dominus, which is Dominus Agony. Probably the most important piece of Dominus for the run. Basically what it does is it drains 66 HP per second, but it gives you an incredible buff to your stats. So coming up, I'm actually going to switch my controls for the entire second half of the run. The reason I do this is because the boss quick kills are really not... They're obviously possible, but very difficult to do with my Magnes dashing controls. I'm also going to abandon Magnes dashing in a bit, so right here, I'm going to open the menu, control settings, reset to default, just go in, and here you can see the power of Dominus Agony. Okay, that was super scary. Oh no!
Oh no!
I forgot they came back.
Barlow, please.
That's fine, I saved.
Yeah, plot-wise, Barlow trains us right here, essentially. Turns out he's actually
There we
evil.
go.
He wants to summon Dracula, not destroy Dracula, so yeah. Fun stuff. And now, Dracula's castle is resurrected.
We're making good time. Tower ring. And for the rest of the dashing segments, I'm actually going to be doing Scutum dashing, which is with the shield glyph. It has basically very similar properties to Magnes. We basically just don't use it. Costs actually the same amount of MP as Magnes, 5 MP per use. We just don't use it because of menuing purposes. You get Magnes earlier. Most runners actually do continue to Magnes dash, but because of my unique control scheme, I have to switch to Scutum dashing here. It's a little complicated, but that's basically how it works.
Yeah, now we're in the Metroidvania portion of the game. We're going through all Dracula's castle with some dope music, to say the
Yeah,
least.
this is like the most famous track from this game. It's called an Empty Tome.
It's so good. Every song you hear in Dracula's castle can be extremely good, but this is one of the best easily.
Slide. So these Black Panther enemies are notable because in any percent, and no memory corruption for that matter, you would need to farm them for their drop, which is about a 14% chance. Not a fan of those odds, because you need it to finish the run. Ooh, fine. I got an extra anti-venom in tower. So yeah, Dracula's Castle has a lot of really powerful enemies. I can't take more than a few hits or I'll die. This part of the speedrun is really scary. It is actually one thing that makes glitchless harder than any percent and no memory corruption. Is in the glitch categories, you can actually do a glitch that makes you level 50. For reference, I am level 15. I may die here for that mistake. But yeah, for example,
Oh, we're good.
that was a little scary, but
nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. It's fine.
I almost died for that small mistake. It's just an example of how punishing this category is.
Like, Brooks make it look easy, but this is a difficult run to say the least.
I'm actually gonna do the next boss blindfolded, so wish me luck.
You got this, I believe.
Alright, nice.
Oh my gosh. How does she do it?
So yeah, that boss, you just grab his glyph while he's in the wall, and being in the wall apparently instantly kills you. So that's how that's like a puzzle boss. I've seen streamers who are very good speedrunners get stuck on that boss for a long time because they can't figure out the puzzle. Ooh, did you get stuck there?
I got stuck there, yeah.
Ooh. I actually wasn't referring to you when I said that, but
I had a feeling.
yeah,
Not for super long, but I got stuck there a little bit.
yeah. And here we grab the first piece of Cerberus. Our goal in the castle segment is going to be grab all 3 pieces of Cerberus to open the final path to Dracula.
I'd say it's one of the ones that's like first out of the way, probably.
Yeah, there's a theoretical route that grabs it later when we have the faster movement, but just the way it works out, it's just faster to grab it now. And we also need the ability we got from Wallman, which is parries, which lets us go through certain walls, the glowy green walls. Fleeman, please be nice. Okay, that's fine. But you can really see how useful the tower ring is, because like I took that hit from that Fleeman, and normally it would have put me into stun, but because I have the tower ring equipped, it didn't. Pick up an HP max up here. And we are going to make our way to the catacombs.
Also one of my favorite songs in the game too, is Catacombs.
So right at the beginning of Catacombs, so there's going to be these Nova skeletons. I'm going to grab their glyph, which is Netesco.
Broken glyph.
Yeah.
Very broken.
Has fire element, also has light element, multi-hit, and just incredibly powerful. There is no order of Ecclesia speedrun that does not grab Netesco. It is that good.
It is really, really good. You can also stack 2 of them together if you wanted to, just to like defeat an enemy faster, but just chain 2 of them back to back.
Yep, and its glyph union, when paired with a attack glyph, is incredibly powerful. It's basically a giant lightsaber. You're going to see that in a second. But coming up is going to be Blackmore. Really infamous boss, really difficult. In the speedrun, it is by far the hardest quick kill. Probably the single hardest thing in this run, in my opinion at least. So I'm definitely going to safety save first off, but I'm also going to definitely lock in for Blackmore. Need to open this warp for later. Safety save. Also, Blackmore has different attacks he can do, and if he does some of them, I literally just can't kill him with the strat I do. So hopefully that doesn't happen.
I'll let you lock in for this one.
Yeah.
This is a really dope fight though, like all the shadow stuff, look at this.
I will take your shadow.
Alright, let's do this.
That was quite entertaining.
Easy.
Nice.
It's actually really good that I didn't have to use my tasty meat there, because now I can save it for later. He gave me a good pattern, so really nice. So now I'm going to make my way to the secret exit of the castle. The secret exit of the castle is home to the Rapidus Fio, which is like this game's, if you're familiar with the Starro games, it's like this game's Black Panther, basically. Basically a really fast movement option. Here we grab a super potion, which is going to be useful for later. Go through the walls.
What is that glyph right there?
I think it's a transform, or it's not a transformation glyph, it's a stat boosting of some kind. Int boosting, maybe?
Okay.
And here we grab Rapidus Fio. And I'm actually going to make a big detour. This is where the run gets really interesting. You can see how fast Rapidus Fio is, but we can go faster.
It's just very temporary boost for now.
Yeah, so I'm going to save and go to the training hall. This is a completely optional area, but its reward is well worth it for a speedrun.
Mm-hmm. You get one of the dopest movements I've ever seen in a 2D platformer, honestly, as a reward for this.
But the training hall itself is no pushover either. Lots of tight movement. These double hammers at the bottom will also one-tap me if I hit them. Or depending on if I get hit by them or the hammer, they can kill me in one hit. So using the shield glyph union to go through and be invincible. Want to make this cycle. Good. Here's actually the only major difference, not mechanically, but like practically between DS and Dominus, is on DS you can actually unload the spikes in this room. Uh-oh. It's fine. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna reset the room. This HP's a little scary. I just have to wait for this fire now. Use Scudem to skip most of this room. Uh-oh, it's fine. Get an early cycle here. Cool.
Nice.
Little scuff, but we made it through training hall. And I got 2 high potions, which is really good.
High potion.
High potion. And here we get the ultimate movement option in this game, which is Redire. Basically a portable magnet that I can use to fling myself around with Magnes.
It's so cool. Look at this already.
And here I'm going to do a glitch in my glitchless speedrun. Nope, I failed it. You can do a little glitch called like entrance displacement that would place you right by the warp. It's not banned in glitchless because reasons. But yeah, this movement is super cool, just flinging yourself around with the magnets.
Yeah, Redire plus Magnus just allows you to just move so quickly through any single one of these rooms, and it's not an easy movement either. You have to like time your like release of Magnus perfectly to be able to like fling yourself in the right direction and gain all momentum like this.
Yeah, it also allows you to skip a lot of puzzles like that.
Like it's like minute and a half detours though through a training hall to get this, but it's so worth it for the end. It like we're not going through like basically 2/3 of Dracula's castle, but like it's worth it. Saves more time doing this than anything else.
Yeah.
It's so good.
All right, real quick here, we have broken that $500 threshold, so we're sitting at $520 from the last donation of $25 from Adaptus and Puma, sitting in the back row. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, one thing Redire isn't really good for is going down. So anytime I have to go downwards, I will still be switching to Rapidus Theo. Like in this room, need to open up this warp for later. Then down here, I am going to grab the Valkyrie Mail. It's going to be my final armor for the run. This room looks really cool if I can do it right. Uh-oh. Trolling a little. Let's set it up again.
Ooh, that was really cool.
And the fact that I got 2 high potions is actually coming back to bless me a little bit, because I did take a little extra damage, but I should be fine because I got 2 high potions.
High potion. Making our way up to Clock Tower right now to go fight Death currently.
Death, yeah.
if I recall as well, you do get like a really good ring soon, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
These Medusa heads spawn randomly, and they can definitely ruin your day.
They really can.
So going off to the right here is a detour, like Shasta said, going to be grabbing a ring. This is the Death Ring, basically the ultimate risk reward item. When I have the Death Ring equipped, everything will kill me in one hit, but in return I get a huge boost to my stats. So yeah, coming up going to be Death. Hopefully won't be a very long fight, because Death Ring plus Dominus Agony just destroys bosses. He can do one thing to troll me, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Yeah, that was actually not it, but I messed up, so oh well. Now he's gonna troll me. Why can I not do this? Okay. Third time's the charm. That's what they say, right?
Yeah, I believe.
There we go.
Nice.
Oops, a little early. So it is very important that I remember to take off the Death Ring. Because if not, everything will kill me in one hit, and I'll run into a random enemy and die. There we go. Here I have to take a required damage boost in this room. Okay, 2 required damage boosts in this room. I thankfully still have my tasty meat and super potion, so I'm doing really good on resources. I am actually going to pop the tasty meat now. I didn't need to do that, but there's not really a better time to use it, so. I ideally won't get hit at all in Arms Depot, but better safe than sorry.
Absolutely.
Cool thing here, this guy's head hitbox takes a little time to spawn in, so you can go above him. Not this one though, you have to go under. I did end up getting hit, so it's a good thing I healed. And the next boss is my favorite part of this run. It's Eligor. This is a really big Shadow of the Colossus-esque boss, where you're supposed to defeat his legs, and he kneels down, and you get on top, and you kill his chest. But we can skip doing all of that with Radire, and it looks really cool. So let me lock in for this. Uh-oh, it's fine. Hopefully. Okay. I have to do the backup, which is really scary. Yeah, I have to reload. I took too much damage.
Yeah, this is a really hard fight in general. Especially casually, but like doing the strat's very precise.
Really? Interesting. Sorry about this, folks.
It's all good, it's all good. This is really difficult.
Yeah, deaths are, I wouldn't say expected, but even at a high level, they can happen. And because I'm using these HP draining strats, it's really important I don't take any extra damage, which is why I had to reload there. Okay. Third time's the charm?
I believe.
go.
Nice.
So we're almost done. This is all 3 pieces of Cerberus. So all I have to do now is go kill Dracula. And remember to kick off the Death Ring.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I
If you
always
do
do
it,
it
I
on.
was gonna remind you.
Yeah, I always do it on that menu. That's not where I was supposed to work. I have. Haha, that's never happened before.
Whoa!
Whoa!
You just want to hear dope music again. I get you.
Yeah.
The Dracula's domain is located in the very middle of the castle here, along this long hallway. So we're going down over here a little bit until we get there.
Forsaken Cloister. Don't know what Pokemon has to do with it, but. Equip all 3 pieces of Kustos, which is Cerberus, to open the gate. And this tower climb looks really cool. And I break this for the Ice Beam, which is a really good healing item. So I have Super Potion and Ice Beam, so I should be fine in Final Approach. I need to take a lot of damage in Final Approach, because there's just a lot of enemies. A lot of strong enemies. So normally in the end section of this game you would grab the wings glyph, but you can actually skip doing that with Radire, because wings only have one intended use, which is to get up to the final stairs of Dracula. We're going to see in a second, but we can just fling ourselves up there with Radire. And one final heart max up, which is why I didn't need to refill hearts in town. Should be fine here. And here we can skip the wings with Radire. One final save, and we're going into Dracula. Our time is almost up, friends. Remember to equip the rings. And we're going to do a left side Dracula, just for you, because I like you a lot, crowd.
Hell yeah.
And get ready on time, and time.
Yeah, all the equipment and stuff that Brooke uses there makes this fight so trivial, but trust me, this fight took me hours casually.
Yeah. Alright, that's Order of Ecclesia, the speed run. Is that a 57? I'm actually so blind. I
Yeah,
can't
57.
Read that. Okay,
03.
57 03. Okay, that's definitely a time you can get in this speed run. But the glitch exhibition was met.
Mm-hmm.
We're good. Okay, cool.
it is
The ending
green
of this
light, go
game is
for it.
really sad. I just want to hold on 1 second.
It's very good, though.
Yeah, this game actually has a great story for a Castlevania.
It's fantastic. It's one of my favorite games now.
This
I've
is
played
me.
This.
That's what I look like. Anyway, we're gonna jump right into the glitch exhibition. We're all good? Cool. Okay. There's a small chance the game will crash, by the way, with some of the stuff I'm doing. Hopefully not. But the first thing I'm gonna show off is not here. Oopsie. It's Ignis deloading. So Ignis is the fire glyph. We don't grab it in the speedrun, but it does have some special properties. Like, this is not what this room is supposed to look
Oh,
like.
what the?
This is what this room is supposed to look like. I probably should have shown that first.
I
But
see.
you can deload all the textures with Ignis, which is pretty cool.
Interesting.
But that's just the beginning of what you can do with Ignis. Remember that crab fight I did?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully this works. You can do something very special with Ignis. You can end the fight instantly. Like that. That actually, you can also do, so previously we thought you couldn't do that in speedruns. This actually crashes on DS, like no matter what. But on Dominus, interestingly, it doesn't crash, which is really cool. You can also do the Ignis glitch with Volsakare, or any Sakare glyph union, but it is sadly frame perfect to do it with Sakare, as opposed to Ignis, where there's a very wide range of frames you can use. Actually need to reset the game for this. So a lot of the glitches in this game, I think it's this file? Yeah, okay. A lot of glitches in this game have to do with the boss rush. Boss rush is incredibly broken because they just, I don't know, they were cooking when they made boss rush. Yeah, this is what I want. Okay, so basically, there are these pins on the map, and they're super inconsequential. They're just like, you can mark your position with pins. But if you, I need to go into boss rush. If you do some like fancy stuff with the pins, oops, I did not mean to load that file. Sorry. Wouldn't be a book run or exhibition without a little bit of trolling. Map, hold the pin. I need to do this right or the game will crash, basically, is why I'm being so careful. Why am I turning to Albus? Oh, I know why. Sorry. You can tell I did a lot of prep for this Glitch exhibition. Pin. Suspend. And now do this. Okay, that doesn't work. Hold on. Okay, backup plan. We are going to go to boss rush. That's not boss rush. We're gonna go to boss rush. Why am I turning to Albus? That's so weird. Okay, we're gonna reset the game again. Oh, it's because I had the suspend file, I think. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. This time with feeling. We're gonna go into the boss rush. I'm still out. Oh, never mind, I'm blind. Okay. So, there's wings in this game. We skipped them in the speedrun, but you can use them to go out of bounds. And now I'm out of bounds in the boss rush. You're never supposed to be here in boss rush. But we can save. And then when we're saved in boss rush, and we load boss rush file, we spawn in this Albus. Albus normally has this flame kick. It's one of his moves you can do. But Albus is not supposed to do this.
Oh.
So.
Oh my gosh.
Albus gains Shinoa's moves, which is really. I don't know why this happens. I'm just gonna be so real with you. Eligor is really weird in boss rush. You need to destroy his parts. You can't do what I did in the run and just go up the top and destroy him. You have to destroy his legs before you can kill him. It's very strange that it works like this. But yeah, because Albus grew wings from Shinoa, he never has to land on the ground. So his fire attack just goes indefinitely until I hit the ground.
Yeah, this attack is invincible while it goes too.
Yeah,
so like it's really good. It's just the like beat the game button right here essentially.
Should be dead soon. 46 is quite a bit per hit. If not, I'll just quit out. You've seen the gist of it. Alright, there we go.
There we go.
Death. This is my revenge for what he did in the run. Come back.
It even lives the game a bit too.
Yeah. And then Dracula. No one is immune to Ballerina Albus. Oh, you can one cycle in, but it's pretty hard. Yes, I have looked into Albus glitched boss rush speedruns before, but that's neither here nor there. Right, and then in phase 2 he just stands still, so you can just wail on him. Alright, and that's the Albus glitched boss rush, one of my favorite glitches in this game.
Hell yeah.
Alright, but there's actually even more you can do with boss rush. I don't know why I went into the main game. I'm not an 90% runner. So if you... Oh, I need to delete the The glitches in this game are really confusing, is the point. No, I do not want to go to the main menu. Unless we want to play some Portrait of Ruin too, which I don't think we have time for that.
It's supposed to have portrait.
I
of
do
all bosses.
speedrun Portrait of Ruin as well, though,
Yeah.
if you're interested. Okay. So there's actually an off-screen pin right here that you can just bring in.
I will take your shadow.
Okay, actually, hold on. I'm trolling. Never mind. One more thing, and then I'll be out of here. Sorry, staff. I'm trolling a little bit, but... Let me just make sure this is right. Monastery. I want to be on this one. Save. Go into Boss Rush. Monastery, Part 1. And now I want to go into map. Pull up this off-screen pin. Pull up the, it's 1 pixel. Sorry, this is a pixel for the controller. Let me just actually use the mouse. Hold on, it's easier. Alright, there we go.
Nice.
This boss real quick. And something interesting is going to happen, which is that the doors are going to open. This is not supposed to happen. It's a really weird, like, corruption bug. But now I'm saved in Boss Rush again, which is going to give us that glitched Albus state. I need to fight this guy. Alright, and now I need to actually use the mouse. Albus's special thing in this game is he can teleport to wherever you touch on screen. So I do need to be careful here. Stab, please. Thank you. And I am going to... Wait, how do you do this? Oh, hold on. Yeah, that should be right. Alright, one more try, and then I'll be out of your hair. Sorry for the cursor on screen, it's part of the trick. Okay, basically... Okay, so... Okay, hold on. Rewind. Rewind space-time. That's what they say, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then stab. And something very special is gonna happen. Once this guy stabs. Thank you. Albus is going to turn into Shinoa,
Oh,
which is very special.
that's really cool,
So
actually.
that's a special thing that can happen. Do I have time for one more thing? Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Sorry,
That was really cool, though. That was a fourth away, I'd say.
so these map pins, we're gonna come back to this. Hold on, sorry. I need to remember how to do this. All right, one more try, and then for realsies. Actually, I'm just gonna say YOLO, and if the game crashes, that's also interesting. So.
Works too.
Oh, I need to save one more time. This is kind of what it's like to watch me screen share this game on Discord, so you got a little taste of that. Just me resetting and saving over and over again. That. And then move that. The doors are gonna open. Alright, I can't get the game to crash. Sorry. That's Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. Woo! Woo! Thanks so much for watching. I stream at lonely3_SR. I stream Castlevania. I stream RPGs. Follow Shasta. You probably already do. He's famous. Thanks for watching. Watch the rest of Midwest Speedfest. Donate. P-Fund. Awesome. See ya.
Excellent run by Lonely. That was great. Can we get one more round of applause just for Twitch and also for the room here for Lonely for that?